Please welcome Hyland's Director of Enterprise Advising, Carissa Nettle.
Hello, hello, hello. Wow, look at everybody. Welcome to Community Live. I am Carissa Nettle, and this is my 18th year at the conference. And yes, I get to serve as your guide this week. I'm so excited. In my everyday at Hyland, I get to lead a team of enterprise advisors. And part of what we do every single day is help customers get the most out of their Hyland solutions. So, just fitting that I'm here to help you get the most out of the Hyland Conference. Now, before we get started, I do have a couple of tips to share with you. Number one, if you haven't already, please download the mobile app. It is the place for you to create your personalized agenda, submit that session feedback, schedule time with your peers in the attendee networking lounge, and book meetings with sponsors and Hyland experts. Speaking of sponsors and peers and Hyland experts and all those great people, Community Central is the place to be to connect with all those folks, catch a quick session in the Showcase Theater, or, if you haven't already heard, catch a game of pickleball. Now, truly, one thing I have always loved about our conferences is the way that we come together to learn, to have fun, and to do good, and this year is no exception. So tomorrow, we've got a charity fun run and walk, and all the entry fees will benefit charitable organizations, and there's still time to sign up. And you know, I will be there. See me there. Now, also throughout the week, you can visit the Community Wellness Room to participate in activities like card making, to support Operation Gratitude, painting to support the Latin American Youth Center, and assembling hygiene kits to support Baltimore Safe Haven. And don't forget to share your Community Live experience on social media. LinkedIn, Instagram, X, just be sure to use #CommunityLive to be featured on our screens. All right, I am so excited for what we have in store for you today, truly. In just a moment, Hyland President and CEO Jitesh Ghai is going to share our bold new vision for empowering you to unlock the full value of your content, your processes, and your applications. And then Leonard Kim, Hyland's Chief Product Officer, along with fellow product experts Tess Venhoff and Colleen Alber, will demonstrate the value this vision will bring to your organization. And finally, Jitesh will welcome representatives from NetJets, Mad Engine Global, and Erie Insurance to discuss their plans to innovate with Hyland. Now, before we discuss our exciting plans for you, we must share the Safe Harbor statement as a disclaimer. This is the administrative side of thinking big. All right, with that, I encourage you to make the most of this day of your time here at Community Live, with your friends, with your peers. Get it all done. Have a great day. I hope you're as excited as I am. Let's get to it. I'll see you all around.
Your dreams spark ideas, kickstarting a chain of progress that revolutionizes our world every day, shaping the decisions, large and small, that make our businesses move. And enterprise content is at the heart of it all, driving smart new ways to work, unlocking the full value of your content, processes, and apps with intelligence. With each step forward, we will connect the world with automation and efficiency, making work processes more unified, more functional, and more tailored to fit. Together, we are the architects of a vibrant tomorrow. Together, we will improve what matters most: healing patients, running cities, bringing products to market. If you're sitting in this room, this is your time. A time to break barriers, a time to innovate, a time to dream big and ask, why not? Because when enterprise content is the engine of change, there is truly no limit to where you can go. This is more than progress. It's a revolution. Welcome, innovators. Our moment starts now.
Please welcome to the stage Hyland President and CEO Jitesh Ghai.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Community Live 2024. I am so honored and excited to be here with all of you today. It is incredible that as Hyland's new CEO, 5 months in, I am here with all of you, and we've got some incredibly exciting innovations to share. I'm equally excited about learning and connecting and sharing with all of you over the coming few days. But before I get into all of these details of the exciting innovations we're going to share today, I thought it'd be great if I shared a bit about me, what gets me fired up every morning. And it really starts with, I've had the great fortune of spending 25 years in the technology industry. During that time, I've gotten the great opportunity to learn from customers, understand their business challenges, their evolving needs around technology. And that's empowered me to innovate and deliver products that deliver transformative outcomes for my customers. Notably, over the last 14 years, I've really dedicated my time to the space of data and analytics, specifically around data integration, which was a tools-based market, but recognizing that customers want to be more data-driven, we recognize that their needs and use cases are expanding and evolving. And what was a tools-based market transformed through an innovation-led agenda to a cloud platform driving data management, enabling organizations to deliver on their data-driven reporting, their analytics, their data science against structured relational data sets. About 20% of an organization's enterprise data. What's incredibly exciting is we can do similar things now with enterprise content, unstructured data, 80% of your enterprise's data. Unlocking value from what's often called the final frontier in enterprise data. Extraordinary outcomes now possible because we live at the confluence of cloud, AI, and enterprise content. So today, I'm going to share with you the incredible opportunity that is presented to all of us together in the content management space. No incredible opportunity is without its challenges. So I'll share some of those challenges, but rest assured, we have an answer for you. Let's start with the incredible opportunity. Very unique to us in the content management space is this confluence of multiple technology trends and tailwinds uniquely applied to enterprise content. Whether it's blockchain, whether it's artificial intelligence, Gen AI, edge computing, machine learning, GPU processor technology. What was not possible against enterprise content just 2 short years ago is now possible in driving transformative change. Let's start with Gen AI and artificial intelligence. More than ever, over the last 2 short years, since the advent of large language models coming mainstream, leveraging large language models and GPU compute, we can now read unstructured content. We can understand it. We can give structure to something that is fundamentally previously been unstructured. We can retrieve information from it, and deliver insights, operational insights about your business, about your customers, as well as analytical insights. Analytics off of unstructured data. Incredible new use cases for your enterprise's mission-critical content. Now, all of you recognize this. Many of you are seeing the potential of Gen AI and have plans over the coming months and years to apply Gen AI to your content-centric workflows. We as Hyland equally recognize this. And we have been innovating with AI to support your changing and growing requirements. In fact, over 450 customers are benefiting from Hyland's AI in production, delivering value today. We equally recognize the incredible performance of Gen AI. And 60 plus of you today are participating and co-innovating with us to help us shape our Gen AI offering strategy, which we're going to be launching in the coming months. We all know cloud, but cloud itself and what it means to be cloud first is transforming. It's no longer just about the resiliency, the agility, the business continuity benefits. It's no longer just about lifting and shifting and decommissioning your data centers. Cloud is becoming a key enabler of innovation for all of us, driving greater velocity of innovation, enabling all of us to bring greater innovation to you faster. And many of you have been on this cloud journey. 80% of you have embraced a cloud-first strategy for your enterprise, for content services. Many of you are ripping and replacing legacy systems and moving your mission-critical content to the cloud. We have recognized this, and we have been supporting all of you with Hyland's cloud. In fact, there are over 1,600 of our customers that are running at massive scale in our Hyland cloud. Our Hyland cloud is powering almost 6,000 applications across these 1,600 customers. We are operating at significant scale and processing huge volumes of data. In fact, we're processing 240 plus documents every second. By the end of this keynote, we will have processed almost 300,000 documents. Year to date, our Hyland cloud has processed 5 billion documents. It's still September, so we've got some time to go. Massive scale to support all of you and your cloud needs. Let's talk about digital transformation. Digital transformation has been many things over the many years. You hear it over and over again, but it keeps recreating itself in the context of all of these amazing technology trends. Digital transformation is recognized as a game changer as it evolves from lifting and shifting to transforming to PaaS-based services, and now embracing AI. And over the past 12 months, budgets in support of digital transformation have grown, and they're going to grow even further in the next 12 months and beyond. But I look here at all of you folks, and I ask the question, and I'm sure you're asking the question, what does digital transformation and content management have to do with each other? I get content management, but tell me more about digital transformation. And the way I like to think about it is digital transformation is about modernizing and transforming and digitizing the most mission-critical business processes within an enterprise. Pick your favorite industry: healthcare, life sciences, finance, education, government. Pick your favorite business processes within those industries. The most mission-critical business processes. All of those are being digitized. All of those require AI and cloud. And none of that can happen without your organization's content. Oftentimes, folks think, well, you know what? I'm digitally transforming because I am embracing my favorite CRM, HCM, ERP, delivered as a service. I mean, what is an application? An application is a bespoke set of interactions and experiences with a bespoke set of workflows against content. Without content, your applications are all dressed up and nowhere to go. You can't realize the outcomes without your organization's content powering these applications. There is no app for your business. Your business is too novel, it's too unique. There is no SaaS app for that. Your business doesn't run on SaaS apps, it runs on your enterprise content. And just so that we're all on the same page, what is content? Yes, it's all the different files and all the different formats for documents, for audio, for video, and so much more. But it's not just that. Enterprise content is your intellectual property. It's your institutional knowledge. It's your brand. It is the living record of your history. Many of you recognize this, and many of our customers, CVS, Capital One, PVH, as examples, are empowering their employees, enabling their applications, and driving revenue growth through enterprise content. CVS is empowering 40,000 employees with the right enterprise content to make the right decisions and drive digital outcomes. Capital One is enabling 70 mission-critical applications with 6,000 content interactions per second. PVH, the Tommy Hilfiger Calvin Klein parent company, is driving an e-commerce strategy with their enterprise content, driving thoughtful syndication to grow billions of dollars of revenue. Because content is the foundation for digital transformation. There is no content, there is no digital transformation without your content. And what gets me super excited, in this room and for the thousands more online, you here are the content experts. You have the keys to driving transformational outcomes through digital, through cloud, AI applied to your enterprise content. That is the incredible opportunity that it presents itself to all of us at this very unique time and place. But incredible opportunities come with challenges. Your content is fragmented. Your content is in multiple repositories and multiple technologies. Despite your best efforts to standardize enterprise content, by its very nature, how organizations work, is fragmented. Not only is it fragmented in technologies, it's fragmented in the number of instances. Number of instances of SharePoint, number of instances of Box, number of instances, your blob storage in your favorite hyperscaler, your file system in your data center. Organizations are swimming in unstructured data without having a clear point of view and line of sight into how much they have, what its relevance is. I like the quote on the right. On average, organizations have 5 repositories. Some are willing to admit that they might have 7 to 10 repositories. Admitting is the first step. And it's not surprising that on this fragmented content landscape, your processes are fragmented. Unable to see all your content enterprise-wide, your processes that are supposed to be driving automation are tactical, bespoke, and fragmented. In fact, your organizations are suffering from errors due to tactical handoffs between people, systems, departments, and the very promise of workflow automation is not realizing it's driving disconnectedness because your content is fragmented. Not surprising then that if your content is fragmented and there's challenges in operating and automating your organization, your business is scrambling to patch fix this with whatever app it can, with overlapping tools. All the while, everybody thinks they're actually driving digital transformation, but no, they're driving digital fragmentation. That then results in organizations overspending for digital fragmentation, resulting in complexity, all the while you have to contend with privacy regulations, regional, global. And so at the end of it all, you are fragmented. Your focus is fragmented, and you're unable to actually innovate and deliver to your customers' requirements because you're looking at multiple apps, multiple screens, dealing with fragmented processes against incomplete enterprise content views. Your job is hard, but we have the answer. If fragmentation is the problem, unification is the answer. Unification is how you will drive focus. Unification is how you will drive innovation. So what do we unify? Well, step one to unification, ironically, is to embrace fragmentation. Don't fight it. Meet your content where it is. Don't launch yet another migration of content into yet another repository while other repositories get created. Embrace hybrid. Embrace multi-cloud. Meet your content where it is and create a unified view of all your content across the enterprise. On this unified view of where your content is, what its purpose is, how mission critical it is, you can now build end-to-end unified processes to truly automate your organization. And on this, you can now deliver unified application experiences for your business, empowering them to truly drive digital transformation and realize transformative outcomes. And this is possible because through AI, it can be enabled. What was not possible before is now possible through AI. So what's the plan? That was the answer. What's the plan? Well, I am thrilled and excited to announce the Content Innovation Cloud. The industry's first, the industry's only cloud platform to enable all of you content experts to innovate with your content and drive digital transformation. The Content Innovation Cloud is going to meet your content where it is. It's going to meet your environments where they are, whether it's Perceptive or Alfresco or Nuxio or OnBase. Through a federated cloud architecture, we are going to meet your environments and SaaS enable them in your tenant, in AWS, behind your firewall, in your favorite data center, wherever your environments are, we're going to SaaS enable them. So that we assume the responsibility of upgrading and keeping your environments current with the latest innovation. We are going to meet your content and all your investments in these environments and deliver value from those repositories. In addition, we're going to meet your content in any other repository. Pick your favorite SharePoint instance, Box, whatever. We will meet you in other repositories. And aligning with the pre-existing governance and security policies, we're going to AI enable your content, and we're going to deliver rich experiences leveraging our Hyland experience shared services cloud platform. And on this foundation, we're going to deliver content intelligence, process intelligence, and application intelligence, enabling your organization, enabling all of you to have unified AI-enabled views of your content, enabling you to author AI-powered intelligent processes and workflows that are enterprise-wide, and enabling you to deliver custom experiences for your business, meeting them where they are versus having them retrofit into some app, connecting your business users so that they can realize the transformative outcomes of cloud, AI, and enterprise content, deliver unprecedented value to their customers and their business. So, That's the plan. Do you want to see it? Come on. Do you want to see it? One more time. Do you want to see it? All right. Please join me in welcoming Leonard Kim, our Chief Product Officer. Leonard, come on out.
Hey, Jitesh.
Leonard,
Yes.
I made a lot of promises on your behalf.
Okay, here we go.
Are you going to deliver?
I better.
All right.
Sounds
Show's
good.
yours.
All right. Welcome to Hyland and Community Live. Let's hear it one more time. All right. Well, thank you to all of you, our customers and partners, for joining us this week in National Harbor. Thank you for joining us, coming out here all the way from all over the world. I'm Leonard, Hyland's Chief Product Officer, and thank you, Jitesh, for laying the foundation of our multi-year vision and strategy. We're on an exciting journey, one that will fundamentally reshape how businesses leverage your content. Today, I'm going to take you deeper and show you exactly how we'll deliver on this vision and give you a demo of the progress that we've made so far. Now, some of you know, unlike Carissa, who've been here for 18 years, I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary at Hyland. And in that time, I've had the privilege to meet many of our customers that are here today. And the questions and challenges that our customers have been grappling with are ones that I've heard many times this year. Many have said, Hyland, you're the custodians of our data. How can you unlock the value that is in my unstructured content and leverage AI to make my organization more productive? How can you help me automate existing business processes? How can you help me maximize the value across my content, whether that's in Hyland's repository or a third-party repository? This one I've heard many times. How can you help me make my upgrades simpler and easier? How can you help me make and leverage my enterprise content to drive digital transformation and predictive analytics? For the past 30 years, we've had the privilege of being your trusted partner in managing content. But as we move into the future, we are so much more. Our next chapter is a unified vision and strategy that Jitesh has revealed as the Content Innovation Cloud. The Content Innovation Cloud starts with our foundation as a content management provider. This foundation is what we refer to as the Federated Content Cloud. And upon this foundation are 3 innovations: content intelligence, process intelligence, and application intelligence. So let's dive into each one of these areas step by step. At the foundation of our strategy lies the Federated Content Cloud. The foundation of our vision is built on the strengths of our existing platforms, OnBase, Alfresco, Nuxio, and Perceptive. And our commitment is to meet you where you are. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, customers have deployed their ECMs either in their private data centers or their own instance of their public cloud. Many have invested millions of dollars and years to be able to work for your businesses. Many are in highly regulated environments and for, say, compliance reasons, have restrictions when it comes to the cloud. Whatever their reasons may be, the Federated Content Cloud strategy is about delivering the benefits of SaaS to you without requiring you to lift and shift your applications. How? By incorporating an agent into your system, we establish a secure communication channel between your systems and Hyland's centralized cloud control plane to deliver the latest software to you. This not only removes your responsibility from doing these complex upgrades, we ensure that we do this with quality and make sure that you're on the latest compliant version of our software. This is how we meet you wherever you've deployed your system. In addition, the agent not only delivers these updates or SaaS benefits to you, this is how we deliver our latest innovations as a gateway. You see, up until this point, many of our customers were not taking advantage of the latest innovations because they weren't simply upgrading on a regular basis and thus not taking advantage of our latest offerings. But with this agent, which is already connected to Hyland's cloud, we ensure that you receive the latest innovations without requiring you to do the manual upgrades or migrations. Next, building on this foundation is security. We not only inherit the security configurations from your existing platforms, we give you the tools for you to be able to take full control as every piece of data and content is protected and every action is traceable. And everything that we do is powered by AI. At the core of our platform is a deep integration with artificial intelligence, making it possible for us to be able to deliver smarter, faster, and more adaptive solutions. AI plays a crucial role in taking your business content and turning it into valuable insights and actions. Finally, everything that we've discussed here today is built on top of the Hyland Experience platform, which serves as a core foundation and framework that powers our innovations. This platform has evolved to support the Content Innovation Cloud and is a radical expansion of our original vision, allowing us to deliver our new strategy in a seamless way. And upon these foundations is our first innovation, content intelligence. In 2023, IDC published a study indicating that 80% of the world's data is unstructured. Most of our customers generate massive amounts of unstructured content, but the challenge isn't just about storing it. It's about unlocking the insights hidden within. As we extract this information, it's ingested directly into our content intelligence solution. This is where we curate the billions and trillions of structured and unstructured data and establish the proper metadata relationships, organized and grouped by relevance. This is where the heavy lifting, or the prep work, if you will, of enriching your data. And with this enriched data, coupled with the AI and security foundational components, we can now unlock a multitude of use cases, such as advanced AI models, predictive analytics, and Gen AI, and much more. Customers will be able to take advantage of all sorts of insights, such as the ability to forecast trends, accelerate research, and optimize processes, all driven by the intelligence gleaned from your own content. Not only that, we want to make sure that you're maximizing the value of your enterprise content from any third-party repository. This is where the federation aspect of Federated Content Cloud comes into play. And our commitment is to meet you where your data resides. You see, instead of spending time in migrating or consolidating platforms, we want to engage with you in value-added activities. Whether your content is stored in SharePoint, Google Drive, or any other third-party repositories, we will unlock the same intelligence by enabling content federation. Now, with that said, we've explored two constructs so far, Federated Content Cloud and Content Intelligence. But rather than just talk about it, I'd like to show you these innovations in action. So it is my pleasure to invite Colleen Albert to the stage, and she will walk you through a live demo of these two areas and demonstrate exactly how these technologies work together. Please welcome Colleen Albert. Hey, Colleen. Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, Leonard. I am thrilled to be here representing Hyland Product and Technology and genuinely excited about where we are headed as an organization. Now, what we're going to show here today, we are actively working on it with plans to deliver in the coming months.
That's right. We're going to show you a QR code at the very end, so anyone who's interested in taking part of the beta program will be able to do so with everything that we've shown.
Very good.
All right.
All right, come on, let's go. So our demo today is that of a wealth management organization that manages content regarding thousands of client investors with information everywhere. So let's get started by logging in. So I am an administrator here at bluerubywealth.com. And logging in, you'll notice that this interface looks different. That's because this is our new Hyland design system, a fresh, modern take on UI. And so in order to solve for this too many documents in too many places problem, our story begins with the concept of the Federated Content Cloud, which essentially means multiple SaaS-enabled repositories all connected in one place. So if we dive in here to our content workspace, you'll notice that we have FileNet, OnBase, Microsoft OneDrive, all aggregated together. And not only do we have all of this information accessible, but we can do something with it. Take OnBase, for example. Organizations that choose to SaaS-enable their existing systems will automatically be integrated into this portal view and receive enhancements automatically via the cloud without having to lift existing infrastructure.
That's exactly right. If you recall what I just said, the Federated Content Cloud has an agent which provides a gateway for us to deliver our latest offerings to you. There's no need for you to lift and shift or move your applications or migrate them. We want to deliver all value to our customers and meet them wherever they've deployed their applications.
Yeah, and I feel like we just can't say that enough. We will meet your enterprise content where it is and deliver value from there. And no upgrades? Sounds like a dream state. All right, let's say I want to add an additional data source. It's as easy as add external data source, and let's select SharePoint, for example. And I authenticate. And at this moment, we are creating a link. But we are doing so much more than that. We are priming the content in all of these multiple repositories for future intelligence. We are able to apply structure to this formerly unstructured content, all while keeping the content in place. So we're diving deep into the content, full content extraction, without moving it from its existing repository. And just like that, our SharePoint data source has been added. And this, my friends, is the essence of the Federated Content Cloud. And it lays the groundwork for the real magic, which is intelligence and innovation, to happen. I don't know about you, Leonard, but I'm on fire over this.
I'm on fire as well. I can see, literally on fire.
Throw some water on us up here. Yeah.
I can see the benefit from all of our customers taking advantage of this, being able to connect across multiple repositories, bring it under a single pane of glass.
Yeah. All right, so now you might all be wondering, does this mean that anyone can access this external content and these various sources? And of course, the answer is no. You know, true to Hyland's roots, data governance and security are a big piece of this solution. You know, take OneDrive, for example. Users will only have rights to see what they should have access to see in any given repository. If we flip back to SharePoint, you'll notice appropriate permissions to read and edit content. Okay, so let's level set for a moment.
Okay.
We've got our content repositories, both Hyland and non-Hyland, connected, structured, and secured. The foundation of the Federated Content Cloud is set. All right, my friends, here's where things get wild, crazy, and exciting. Not only do we have all of these repositories federated together in one place, but thanks to Hyland AI, content intelligence, we can query the content in natural language to gain deeper insight and understanding. All the user needs to do is ask a question in order to get answers. So let's say, back to our wealth management example. Let's say I want to understand the performance of, the collective monthly performance, sorry, it's hard to type at the same time, of all client portfolios between 2014 and 2020 with high risk tolerance. We ask a question of the content, just like I might ask you, another human, in order to get an answer. I mean, just truly unbelievable. And first here we see the file results. These are the documents that met our search criteria paired with my permissions. And you'll notice here some of the filters at the top, and we can turn these on or off at any time. But what I really want to draw your attention to is that 14 of these documents were translated from other languages into English. And just the fact that we have content from disparate systems all presented in one view and that we asked in natural language is a face-melting moment in and of itself, but we can do one better. Thanks to Hyland Content Intelligence, we can summarize results, providing actionable insights. Basically, tell me something about my content without me having to open up each document, read it, and do all of that work myself. So thanks to Hyland AI Insights, we can get a comprehensive summary of portfolio performance. And in this case, right, we've got mostly good news. The value of the portfolios is going up. Well, maybe with this little dip here in 2016, but we'll get back to that. The insight we glean from content intelligence like this, it is unbelievable, my friends.
It is.
It's almost like asking the system to build this analytics dashboard for us, saving hundreds of hours of research. And I can even manipulate the presentation. I can jump over here to a table view and see this data in a whole new way and maybe gain some additional insight and perspective. And I could scroll here to view where the content came from and maybe even get some more information. But let's flip back to our line graph for just a second. Let's say we want to understand why. Why did we have this dip in 2016? Well, to understand why something happened, all we have to do is dive in to unlock answers. And here we see that although 2016 was a relatively good market, lack of diversification and cash drag led to this particular set of portfolios underperforming. I mean, Leonard, just think how long it would have taken someone to determine this in the past.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's right. Today, being able to derive understanding and actionable insights from unstructured content is an arduous task, which often takes days, if not weeks, to be able to even get to this point. But by bringing federated content cloud and content intelligence, we use AI to unlock these insights from your own repository so that you have them when you need it.
Yeah. I mean, with all my years in the industry, I just can't help but fantasize about all the potential use cases for something like this. I mean, we showed a wealth management firm example here, but think about, patient clinical trials, higher education, student graduation success rates, public constituent social services benefits, and so much more.
That's right.
Both gaining deeper insight and understanding at an individual account level, like at the case level, but also across collective populations. Truly transformational.
Indeed, the possibilities really are endless. And with that, thank you so much, Colleen, for walking us through this demo.
Let's do it.
All right.
Thank you all so much.
Give it up one more time for Colleen. All right. Wonderful. Now that we've seen both of these innovations, I'm going to take us through our next innovation, process intelligence. We believe that automation is more than just about improving efficiency. It's about revolutionizing how businesses operate. By combining things like process intelligence, intelligent document processing, and workflow automation, along with AI and decision intelligence, we are unlocking entirely new levels of productivity and insight. With process intelligence, your workflows will dynamically be able to adapt to changing business needs, assist in decision-making, and optimize operations in real time. In fact, companies that have implemented process intelligence have seen significant gains. McKinsey reports that companies using AI-driven automation have seen productivity improvements of up to 40% as manual processes are streamlined and decisions are made faster with fewer errors. And today, I'm excited to share that Hyland has already deployed its first version of the solution, Hyland Automate. This product is a low-code, no-code tool that enables you to be able to design and deploy automated workflows. It's a critical first step in our journey towards process intelligence, and many of you have seen its results. One of our early adopters in the manufacturing industry adopted Hyland Automate and have seen a 50% reduction in processing time. But this is just the beginning. The future of Hyland Automate is even more ambitious. By combining the power of Automate and content intelligence and AI, we enable systems to learn, adapt, and make recommendations. And with each new release, we will integrate deeper AI capabilities, allowing Automate to become smarter, more adaptable, and more powerful. Now, for our final innovation, we bring everything together with application intelligence. This leverages the strength of the technologies that I've talked about today. It enables you to be able to build, customize, and deploy applications tailored to your needs. What makes this layer truly transformative is the AI that's embedded throughout the process, allowing you to be able to build sophisticated, intelligent applications just by describing what you need, turning a process that once used to take weeks and months to mere days. But what sets Hyland apart is not just the technology. It's our deep expertise across a wide array of industries that we've built for the past 30 years. This long-standing partnership with industry leaders has given us a unique understanding of the challenges that you face and the solutions that you need to thrive. And we are coupling this industry expertise with our bold new vision. The result? unmatched possibilities, and value delivered faster, more efficiently than ever before. With the power of AI and automation at the core, these apps not only solve the challenges that you face today, but evolve as your needs change. Now, to bring these next two concepts to life, I want to continue our demo with Tess Van Hoff, who will showcase how process intelligence and application intelligence are transforming businesses. Please welcome to the stage, Tess Van Hoff. Hey, Tess. Glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Check it out.
Let's go.
Okay. All right, so we saw Colleen bring all of our content together through the Federated Content Cloud, meeting your enterprise content where it is. But we also want to meet your businesses and users where they are by providing tailored, intelligent processes and applications around that content. Now imagine, Leonard, if we could create those processes using generative AI.
Yeah, well, I'd imagine that'd be very valuable for our users and our solution builders.
Absolutely. And that's what this is all about, right? Empowering our solution builders with intelligence at every step. So here we are in our process builder. Now, is anything standing out to you on this screen?
Yeah, I see a very big button there that says generate with AI. Could it really be that easy?
It really could. So watch this. We're going to continue with our wealth management example, and I'm just going to describe in my own words a process that I'd like to build. So I've got one copied, and I'm just going to paste it here. But essentially, I'm looking for a process for onboarding new investment clients. I'm going to have them upload 3 documents for personal identity verification, and I want them to fill out our standard privacy agreement form. Okay. So we'll just click generate, and here we go.
Wow. Wow. Well, normally, each one of these steps require time to develop and integrate, but our AI technology is doing all the heavy lifting and building the workflow. That's really amazing, Tess.
Yes, it is. And just like that, we have our workflow generated.
Nice.
So now looking at this, let's say we want to add another step, maybe have our client documents uploaded to OnBase. All I have to do to make that change is go to that step or node in the process, click on it, and then again in my own natural language, describe the modification that I want to make. So in this case, I'm going to ask it to, after the new client is approved, add their documents to my OnBase repository. And I will click go on that. And in moments here, we will see that new step added to our process. How about that, Leonard?
Well, I can't believe how quickly all of this is coming together. You not only created an end-to-end process workflow within minutes, I'd imagine this is going to save a lot of time for our users, if not weeks of development time, to do exactly what you just did.
Absolutely. And equally important to the speed is that end user experience. There will likely be steps in all your processes where you'll need interaction from an end user. For example, with our wealth management example here, we might need a way for our advisors to manage their client relationships. And I can do that actually from this same step in the process. So you may have already noticed this little handy AI recommendation here that's telling us this process node already references metadata and content which can be visualized through a user interface. So let's give that a try. I'm going to click Create App, and this is going to open up for us our accessible, responsive, and intuitive app building experience. So we're going to see this build out with our AI-generated client list here, including some sample data. And we'll see that it's also responsive to both phones and tablets.
Wow. Well, what are really about what you're showing here is how you use GenAI to be able to deliver not only the process flow, but use the same GenAI capabilities to make the first draft of your app and user experience. We are meeting our customers, our users, where they are with a radically simple, no-code GenAI tool, saving them thousands of hours of development time.
That's right. And just as I was able to modify that process using GenAI, I can modify this application as well. So I'm going to add a page here. We want to add an intelligent dashboard for our advisors. So I'm going to create this with AI. And again, I've just got a description already that I'm going to paste here. So I'm asking for a smart dashboard where advisors can keep track of the latest markets and news, as well as see critical information about their high-risk clients. So we're going to generate that. And just what I asked for is being built out on the page. Now, we know we have a lot more intelligence that we want to tap into here, so I'm going to add an additional component. Again, I'll create it with AI. Okay. And this time, I'm going to ask for, a widget showing high-confidence investment recommendations for my current clients. That ought to do it, and I'll click Generate. And we'll see that component added here. So this is coming together nicely. I think we're ready to take it for a spin. I'm just going to click Test App. And this is going to open up a live preview of that application that we just built. So to orient us to the screen here, here's this client list where I started, and then here's the intelligent dashboard that we just created. And right at the top, we're seeing those investment recommendations. Now, thanks to the insights gleaned from the data that's aggregated through the Federated Content Cloud, we have a clear picture of our investors. We understand their age, wealth, risk level, sentiment, and so on. And we also have insights about the investment products themselves. So because of that, we're seeing informed investment recommendations, including a compatibility score, as well as a summary of the reasoning behind each recommendation given. I can even click in here to show some additional details for David in this case around projection and performance. And if we've got just one more minute, I have another thing to show us here. I'll scroll down a little bit, and we're seeing our at-risk clients. Now, this is based on sentiment analysis. That means we actually drew this intelligence from our communications with our clients, right? So we have a better understanding of their feeling about our working relationship, right? So I can see here actually a percentage that represents the likelihood that they'll leave the firm in the next 3 months. And then within the risk summary and sentiment analysis, we're pulling direct quotes from those communications that are being referenced here. Now, it's probably important to note, as I think both of you and Colleen already had, that we are going to govern access rights appropriately, and users will only have access to what they're actually allowed to see.
That's right, Tess. As I noted with Colleen, understanding the why, in this case, the sentiment analysis behind these unstructured data points, is a clear differentiator. This is why we say federating the content across multiple repositories truly is a goldmine as we glean these insights from existing data.
Yep, and what's great, all of this information is curated for them right at their fingertips. And you know what's more, you don't even really need to know the question that you're looking to ask. All of this intelligence, this information is surfaced for you proactively. Never before have we had the technology or the processing power for this type of intelligence, and I think it's really invigorating to see all the possibilities. So I think at this point, Leonard, the main question on everyone's mind is probably, when can I get my hands on something like this?
Okay.
Yep, so I will leave that to you, but thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you, Tess, for that amazing demo. Please give it up one more time for Tess.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tess. All right. Okay, I'm going to go back to my notes here in a second. Thank you so much for Tess and Colleen for doing that amazing demo and walking us through. And now as we look to the future, we want to welcome all of you to innovate with us. This isn't just about Hyland's journey, it is your journey too. We invite you to become an early adopter of these solutions that we showcase today. So if you're interested in joining us in this exciting path, I invite you to take a picture and scan the QR code and fill out the form. This is a beta program about co-creation, and your feedback will shape the future of our innovations. By joining, you'll help us refine these solutions in real-world environments. As you can see, we are doing things differently. We have a new leader, our Chief Executive Officer, who brings fresh new perspectives and a relentless drive to execute our vision. And our commitment to you is stronger than ever. We know you've placed your trust in us, and that's why today we're doing something that we have not done on main stage. We're unveiling our FY25 roadmap. And this roadmap represents our dedication and commitment to not only deliver our Content Innovation Cloud, but also ensures that each of the innovation aligns with what Jitesh and I shared today: Federated Content Cloud, Content Intelligence, Process Intelligence, and Application Intelligence. Over the next 12 to 15 months, we'll be deploying beta and V1 versions of these innovations. This is where we're inviting you to co-innovate with us, and together we'll shape and refine these solutions, ensuring they bring maximum value to your business. In addition, we'll continue to deliver a robust on-premise roadmap and provide value on your existing platforms, whether that be OnBase, Alfresco, Nuxio, or Perceptive. This is how we are meeting you where your investments are. We know that our customers have placed significant investments in these systems, and we're committed that these systems evolve on a continuous basis. Now, before I wrap, I want to make one thing clear. What you've seen here today is not only a vision, it's a reality that we're already delivering on. The new leadership, our bold new strategy, and the technologies that you've seen here are proof that Hyland is committed to driving real change, real results, and real value for your business. Hyland has evolved, and we want to make sure that you see the difference too. We've shown you the roadmap, we've shown you the strategy, and now we're ready to deliver. I invite all of you to join us on this journey because together we will achieve truly something extraordinary. Thank you very much.
Please welcome back to the stage, Jitesh, Ghai.
Some incredible innovations that the team is actively working on and delivering. And as you can see, these are innovations we're going to deliver in the coming months. We're innovating for you in the cloud for you to realize your outcomes. But many of you are innovating today. Many of you are using content as your foundation for digital transformation already. Over my last 5 months, I have had the benefit of meeting incredible customers and learning about incredible use cases and transformative outcomes. And I'm really pleased to have 3 customers joining us today to share how they are leveraging content as their foundation for digital transformation. Please join me in welcoming Todd Compton from NetJets, Gary Gaffney from Mad Engine, and Partha Srinivasa from Erie Insurance. Well, first, welcome to Community Live. So great to have you here with all of us, our extended community.
Thank you, Jitesh. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Good morning again. Thank you.
All right, well, as I mentioned, as I met you, learned about the Hyland partnership with your respective organizations, I was just blown away by the incredible things you and your teams are doing with Hyland technology. To start, maybe you could share a bit about your respective organizations. Todd, maybe we can start on your end.
Absolutely. So NetJets, we're in private aviation, the leader in that regard, with one of the largest and most diverse aircraft fleets in the world. And if you think about where we're going and the challenges that we have as an organization to manage the size of fleet that we have, and from a regulatory perspective, if you think of just maintaining a fleet, as an example, content is very important to us. And our goal is always going to be to scale through technology. And we're going to be using content and many of the tools and services that have been talked about prior and today as we go forward to continue to scale as an enterprise.
Amazing stuff. Gary, Mad Engine Global, you're actually monetizing content. You're making money off of content. Please share a bit about Mad Engine.
So Mad Engine is a leader in consumer apparel and accessories, and we have licenses with over 150 global companies, including Disney and Warner Brothers. And most of you may not know that, but I bet you every one of you, or a high percent of you, have worn one of our t-shirts. If you've gone into Walmart and Target and bought a Star Wars t-shirt, we probably made it. If you got online to Kohl's and ordered a Star Wars t-shirt, I can almost guarantee we shipped that directly to your door through our print-on-demand operation. So you have familiarity with our product. We leverage Nuxio as our content manager, and it manages everything we do, as well as all of our licensing approval processes, because we have to make sure we're getting those approvals done with our licensors.
Incredible stuff. Partha, we connected shortly after I joined Hyland. Amazing vision of leveraging content as your foundation for digital transformation. Please share a bit about Erie.
Thank you, Jitesh. Just to give you a little bit about Erie Insurance, for those who are not familiar with Erie Insurance. Erie is nearly 100-year-old. It's 99 years. In April, we celebrate our 100th-year anniversary. We are one of the largest P&C company in the U.S., and roughly $11 billion company, if you think about the scale of what we are. And one thing which is very common about insurance companies is insurance companies are nothing but a data company. We use a lot of data and content to make our decisions. That's how we work, right? That's how our underwriting process works. That's how our claims process works. So it's very important that content is core and foundation to what we do. This is my third stint with Hyland. As a matter of fact, I had the fortune of working in 5 different insurance companies as CIO in the last 25 years. And I'll tell you that 3 of them has been in Hyland. I've been a Hyland customer. And I think we have used Hyland for many of our digital work, and I'll talk a lot about it as we continue to have a conversation today. And I think we see Hyland as very critical foundational element for our data and digital transformation.
Partha, why don't we start with you, and maybe you can actually share more details on how Hyland and your enterprise content is driving digital.
Thank you. So I was brought in by Erie roughly around 2.5, 3 years back. And one of my charter, again, like I said, 99-year-old company, was to basically, drive 4 major themes what we're driving in our company. And Hyland actually checks in pretty much all of the 4 boxes. The first part of my journey was basically modernization of our technology, okay? The second part of my theme, the second theme was digital transformation. Third one was data transformation. And the fourth one was cloud transformation. Any CIO, this is a dream job when you're doing so many transformation at the same time. And Hyland checks all the boxes. What we are doing, basically, we have an existing, I won't go into the specific name, it's a 3-letter company from which we are taking away our ECM solution from that company to an Hyland. We're modernizing our technology from one to another. And the primary reason is probably for what we just talked about a few minutes back. And I was so excited and I wanted to jump when I saw some of the roadmap, what I was seeing, where we want to take our company to, which is basically leveraging the content to drive these themes of digital and data transformation. When many companies talk about their data transformation, they pretty much talk mostly about their structured data. But very rarely, when you talked about some of the numbers earlier, what you saw, 80% of our information is actually unstructured data. If we had a company which can provide an ability to extract insights out of that 80% of that information, what we have, and that's what it is. We are all focused on structured data. Most of us do a great job. But when we look into that and looking into the unstructured data and extracting insight and making key decisions, that's going to be extremely powerful. And that's what we want to be. And that's what we are in our journey right now. As a matter of fact, by the time we are done with our transformation by next year, which are basically migrating everything from those systems and also implementing it, we'll be close to 1 billion documents. Some of the numbers what you talk about in our company, that's 1 billion documents just in my own company where we will have in Hyland, pretty much sitting in cloud. So many of the boxes what we just talked, we're checking the box on that one. And it's very powerful because it's actually improving the speed in which our underwriters are going to be functioning. It's increasing the speed in which our claims adjusters are working. So we are already seeing some early indications of the value. The journey continues, so we still have more work to do on that.
Incredible stuff when content is driving your claims processing. Really great. Gary, how about a bit about the details at MatEngine?
So Nuxio is what we call our information process authority for all our content. So our vision really is how do we leverage that data through our entire application stack in order to share that metadata, drive transformation, monetize our development of content, and then really increase our speed to market so that we can provide new and fresh content, because that drives sales, that drives profit. And so that's really our big challenge, is how do we get that data that's been monetized into Nuxio out and leveraged in our marketplace so that we can, increase our sales opportunities.
So I love, everybody talks about data monetization. I love that you're actually doing it, and it's a multi-billion-dollar business. Todd, maybe you can share a bit, a great use case of the largest private fleet of jets in the world maintained with content.
Yeah, so you mentioned you have to expose or admit you have a problem, right? 7 to 10, we'll go 15 to 20 different types of repositories and things of that nature, many of which are physical repositories, filing cabinets, rooms, things of that nature. But if you go back to really where we're at in our journey, we are just now, and I mentioned scaling through technology, that's exactly what we are trying to do. And one of the use cases that we're going to focus on as we continue to implement capabilities across the platform is, think of the notion of predictive maintenance of an aircraft. We fly into thousands of airports across the globe. And with our diverse set of aircraft, we have all kinds of parts needs. We have all kinds of different opportunities for an airplane to break. That's probably the easiest way to say it. And if we could predict that, based on usage, based on whether it be flight hours or cycle time on an engine or the number of landings on a tire, as an example, and we could then build that into our flight schedule, as we're flying all across the world. Think of the efficiency that could drive into your operation when you talk about monetization of data and the efficiencies into the supply chain, efficiencies into the inventory management side of running an operation, et cetera. So that's probably one of our largest use cases, but really just scratching the surface of the use cases that we will have as an enterprise going forward.
These are really large, transformative, multiple transformations at Erie and across the board. There's, Gary, you put it, I liked how you put it, these are organization-changing, defining transformations. When you embark on such an endeavor, there's the known knowns, there's the known unknowns, and then there's the unknown unknowns that you just discover, despite how rigorous of a proof of concept you might do with Hyland and other technology providers. Any key learnings and any key experiences with Hyland as a partner that you'd like to share? Partha, maybe we can start with you.
Thank you. So I'll share certain things. I'm sure most of you in the room, if you're in a journey with Hyland, you're probably, and particularly in the newest version of it, you can sort of resonate. And I will tell you that some of what I heard today, if we had it earlier, we would have actually used some of those things, right? So the first thing I'll tell you is we talked about upgrade. We started the journey a couple of years back with the amount of documents and many systems what we need to do. Naturally, as we are continuing to work on it, we had to maintain or upgrade quickly too, and upgrades are always complicated when we're doing that. And I think we are now seeing, the results of some of the feedback what the customers provided, where Hyland is already jumping on it. Another major theme, what you're going to find out with most companies, and when I talk about the scale of content, what we're dealing with different companies, and very similar to what you heard from my colleagues here, each one of us have many repositories which we are trying to migrate. There's a lot of customization that happens, and when you try to take those customization and try to bring it into a Hyland now, because we're trying to bring it all together and integrate it, we've had our own fair challenges with that one, about the work, what we needed to do, some of the performance challenge. And I will tell you this, and this kudos to Hyland on this one. I remember this, that when we had a situation and had a conversation with Hyland specifically about if they can help us with that, within few days, when I say few days, we're not talking weeks, but within few days, 3 or 4 days, the experts from Hyland were able to jump in and get us out of the performance challenge quickly. But that's very important, right? And we learned that. I mean, every one of you are going through that. I think if we know whom to reach out and get the necessary help, you could. And I think that's something what we have learned, because these are things we are learning new, and our team is new to some of these transformations, what we're talking about, not only in the Hyland side and cloud and et cetera, and leveraging the experts from Hyland to help us in that journey would be valuable. The third item, I will probably call it out, is basically some of the user experience one. I was amazed with this. I want this right now, and that's something which is coming in too. So I don't even know how I can basically share challenges when I have solutions I'm seeing on the board here. So, but basically, it's moving in the right direction. I'm extremely positive about the momentum what Hyland has already created moving forward. So those are sort of the three things what I talk about.
Thank you, Partha. Gary?
I was, as you were talking, Partha, it's like for us, one of our biggest challenges, because like you said, you don't know what you don't know. And one of our biggest problems right out of the box was how do we get assets into Nuxio rapidly? And you have all these artists. Artists are not wanting to work with technology. They want to create these beautiful pictures of Darth Vader on a T-shirt. And so how do we get that done? And we were able to really work closely with Hyland and in the Nuxio part of that team to develop a new Adobe plugin that allows us to actually, through the artist experience in their environment, be able to get that data extracted, and then we call it a vacuum, it just sucks it into Nuxio. And it was beautiful because now the artists are developing in their environment, but we've added this great tool for that art to immediately just show up in Nuxio for review and release, to the masses, if you will. So dynamically, having a team to really support us and manage that process, how do we make it work? Well, all of Nuxio's REST API capabilities, were leveraged to really build these beautiful integrations with Adobe and with Illustrator, which is what our teams are working with. So now art is showing up in Nuxio rapidly, which is transformative in and of itself for us.
A lot of self-service through the joint partnership and integrations.
Exactly.
Todd?
Yeah, and I'd say for us, again, we're really in our infancy. We've been a Hyland customer for 15 years, maybe in that regard. But it's always been local, 2 instances, older versions, the upgrade thing, spot on, ready to go with that one for sure. Right? But if you think about the challenges, the skill sets are hard. Understanding your data is difficult. And the partnership is really the key for us. As we've continued to build out our team, build out our capabilities, build out the platform. We can get to the experts. We can understand now the art of the possible because there's things within our platforms that before we just didn't know. We didn't have the horsepower to be able to do. And ultimately, as we continue to build out capabilities, we're one of the very early adopters of IDP. And as an example with that, there are huge savings in it, and you don't have to have the big bang to innovate. There are savings just within business workflows that can be super impactful to the operational outcomes of an organization. And no matter what we do, no matter what kind of conversations we have with your technology experts, with your advisors, things of that nature, they come in, they're quick to understand, and then they're quick to help us solution to get to the outcome. And I appreciate that the most because that's only going to be more important as we continue to scale.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think 99.9999% of the time everything is fine. Really, as enterprise software technology providers, it's when it's not and how you show up that really defines the partnership. I know we're at time, but my last question for you all is, Gen AI, how are you all thinking about incorporating Gen AI into this content foundation strategy? Todd, maybe we can start with you. Quick couple of comments, please.
Yeah, just very quickly, the user experience side of what we do. It could come all the way to our owners at some point. That's not a use case today, but it could be tomorrow. It is really going to be key for us. If you think about the hundreds of hours it could take to develop an application versus what we were shown here earlier today, or better yet, just what questions should we ask, right? When you think about our data and the outcomes that we really want to drive, Gen AI is going to help us across a number of different platforms. I mentioned maintenance, that's going to be our biggest use case, but we have legal use cases, we have HR use cases, we have if you think back to managing supply chain, or better yet, managing finance, the art of the possible, right? Our possibilities are endless, and AI should be a driver of that as we go forward.
Gary?
I think we're really in discovery, but I think we identified some, immediate opportunities. The first is really what I call trend analytics. Being able to kind of identify what's going on within pop culture and then building that into our content. Mm-hmm. The second piece really is content creation. So if you can think of it with a natural language, an artist says, hey, I want to take Spider-Man and I want to put him on every skyscraper that's in the world on a men's black, red, and natural t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And boom, art is created in mass. And it's within the guidelines and rules that the licensing resources that we get from, say, Disney or Warner are followed, so we know the approval process is going to be expedited as well. The next real level is content ingestion. As we bring that art in through the vacuum, we want to tag it through AI and reduce labor, increase throughput, and get art out faster so to our downstream systems. I think the last one is what I call content distribution, is if we can coalesce critical data from other systems and tie that to our content, we can rapidly deploy that assets out to our marketplaces, which means we're going to increase sales and we're going to increase profit. And so those are dynamically the 4 areas we're really looking at right now as very opportunistic. And I'm sure there's many, many more, but that's kind of where we're landing right now.
Productivity benefits, revenue generating benefits. Partha, a couple of comments from you.
Yes. So first thing is, when you talk about Gen AI from an industry perspective, I will tell you that it is going to supercharge a lot of us for what we do today. But specifically taking what we're doing from a content perspective, and I mentioned that content is going to be foundational. Data and content are going to be very foundational. The way how insurance companies are going to work now and in the future with the technologies like Gen AI is going to supercharge us in the way how we service our customers, how we're going to drive better productivity, how we're going to drive better efficiency, and the speed in which how we are going to do it. A simple example, what you just saw a few minutes back, and I'm going to sort of connect it to everything what you talked about as part of your future roadmap. Today, when you look into the amount of data insurance companies have, we have underwriting data, we have claims data, we have procedure documents, we have state reporting, and et cetera. It's a very much a value chain which is driven in a particular orderly fashion. But where these content, when you get the power of the content, which you can get that, and particularly when you have a repository where you can have a federated repository, you can extract insights and intelligence, it's going to change the way how we're going to be doing underwriting. Before we write something as part of the underwriting process, we should be able to predict, is there going to be a possibility of a claim based on the data what I see in the claim system? We don't do that today. Today, much of our implementation of, and that's something what I would encourage every one of you in this room, as you're going to be looking into the next 3 days of Community Live, is many times enterprise content management is seen more like a file repository or a share or a document repository. But when you see the power of it, the art of the possible is possible, where you're going to be challenging your existing business process the way how we have done things. And it's going to flip the way how we're going to be looking into the way how we're looking. In insurance industry, like I talked about, how we're going to be doing underwriting, how we're going to be doing even claims, which takes sometimes many days, particularly in the commercial business. It's going to be so powerful that within seconds or within minutes, we should be able to make decisions, because the type of questions what they were asked based on a Gen AI type solution in natural language can give us response quickly to say, here's what you're seeing on the claims based on all the historical data. This is what you need to pay off, and you can close the book very quickly, and it can trigger certain processes automatically. That is very powerful. One thing I'm taking it back is if these things, what we saw today, if that is real and it can be done, I'm going to be going back to my team and expediting the entire roadmap, right? Everything in our projects are going to be expedited, and the roadmap is going to change from years to months, if not days.
Well, we're thrilled to share our roadmap with all of you, and we encourage you to formulate your roadmaps based on that.
Thank you.
I love that you're all building new products and services on the foundation of content, new operating models on the foundation of content, new experiences for customers on the foundation of content. Incredible vision, incredible execution. A big round of applause. Thank you so much for the partnership.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully you get a sense of why content is the foundation for digital transformation and the immense opportunity that presents itself to all of us here as content experts sitting in this room. Now, a question I challenged myself of, why am I so excited? Why is my organization, why are the Highlanders globally so excited about innovation? Why do we have such amazing plans to empower you? Well, we are the trusted custodians of your most mission-critical enterprise content. 14,000 customers globally have entrusted us with their mission-critical enterprise content. We are operating at scale to help you realize your business outcomes. And really, the mission-critical content, this is in healthcare, medical imaging, mission-critical content that you heard from Partha and Gary and others. If we're going to do that, the question for us really comes down to, if it's not us who's going to continue to innovate to unlock value for you, then who? It is incumbent upon us as Hyland to meet you where you are and chart a path forward to cloud enable you, AI enable you. Because you are the content experts. You are driving digital transformation. So, 2 questions for you. Amidst this once-in-a-career opportunity confluence of cloud, AI, and enterprise content, if it's not you, the content experts in this room and all of you thousands online, then who is going to realize this for your organizations? If it's not you that's going to transform industries, then who? And if it is you, and it should be you, if it's not now, then when? When your competitors realize these benefits before you? I have one request for all of you. You've come here to Community Live to network and learn from each other, to learn about the latest and greatest and formulate paths forward. You came here this week as content managers. As you formulate exciting paths to innovate with content, my request is that you leave this week going back to your organization as content innovators. And as you do that, as you chart a course to realize these incredibly transformative outcomes through cloud, AI, against your enterprise content, know that we, the global strong 4,000 Highlanders, are innovating for you. We're innovating with you, and we're going to realize successes together with you with the Content Innovation Cloud. Thank you.